As people come in, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is Stock Talk Late Night Episode 8. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell as you come in. I really appreciate it. And we're going to jump right into things. First and foremost, hey, happy Fat Tuesday for those who celebrate Mardi Gras. Fat Tuesday. You know, little wishing I was back home for holidays like this, which we consider a holiday in the South for sure. Fat Tuesday. So, but yeah, let's jump right in, man. I'm not gonna hold up, man. People come in as they may. We're gonna jump right into the market recap, and as you see, you know, it's been rough. It's been rough with the market, man. I hope you guys' portfolios are holding on, and hopefully you're finding other ways to make money in the market besides just holding long term, because it could be a bumpy ride as we see. So jumping right in, you see the Dow. The Dow is down on the day 1.55%, down 670 points today. Just been super rough lately. Over the last week, the Dow is down 2.77%, over 1,200 points. Over the last month, the Dow is down 4.57%, down over 2,000 points within the last month alone. And year to date, the Dow has now gone negative, down 0.055%, down 23 points on the year. So the Dow has officially turned negative for the year, which I don't think is a good sign. Not a good sign at all. We go to the S&P, and we see that the S&P, where we at? See the S&P 500 down today 1.22%, down $71 today, 71 points today. Over the last week, the S&P is down 3.55%, down 212 points. And over the last month, you see the S&P is down 4.30%. And year to date, the S&P is down 1.76% for the year, down 103 points for the year for the S&P. And I know we had touched that we was over 6,100 at one point, but now we are down down to 5778. So I did a post earlier a few shows ago, or I asked a question a few shows ago. What do you guys think that the S&P will finish the year? Positive or negative? Or I think I had an over and under. I think I had an over and under for 6,500. So not looking like it's going to be the over so far. So we are in the month of March, and year to date we're down 1.76%. So we have a lot of work to do for the S&P to recover this year. And I'm holding out hope, but right now just looking, just seeing, we're down year to date. Not looking good so far. And NASDAQ is sitting at 18,285.16, down today 0.35%, down 65 points today. Over the last week, the NASDAQ is down 4.77%, down 916 points. Over the last month, the NASDAQ is down 6.96%, almost 7% over the last month, 1,300 points down for the NASDAQ. And year to date, the NASDAQ is down 5.31%, down 1,000 points year to date. And see, the NASDAQ was down. The NASDAQ was over 20,000, but right now it's struggling right now. The NASDAQ is struggling. Tech is struggling. The entire stock market is just struggling right now. So what do you guys think? Man, what do you guys think? How has your portfolio been going so far? Year to date, I can tell you right now, my portfolio has taken a hit for sure. Definitely taken a hit. So hold on, let me send this text real quick here. So yeah, the Nasdaq sitting at 18,285.16. And like I said, down 5% year to date. Just not good. Not good. And I'm not sure what you guys' confidence is right now in the stock market for the year. But just sitting back looking into the first 2 months, not really what I expected, but not overly surprised either. So I'm hoping that we have a turnaround. But right now, with just what's going on with the administration, these tariffs, and just so many other factors, the stock market is taking a hit so far this year. But what do you guys think? Do you think that we're going to see a recovery anytime soon, or do you think we're going to keep going in the direction that we're going? It's just kind of shaky right now. Just shaky, 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 shaky. So, but yeah, that's just a quick recap of the market. Let's take a look here at the fear and greed index just to see where we at. Let's see here. As you see here, fear and greed index for the stock market is at a 20. Extreme fear. Extreme fear right now. So not good. We like to see it over in the yellow and the green. But right now it's an extreme fear. So yeah, just everything's pointing bearish right now. Just taking a hit in the market. You see some upcoming events. Let's see if we can switch this here. Yep. So the economic calendar coming up in March. You see on Friday we have the monthly employment reports. On the 12th we have the CPI inflation report. On the 18th, Fed meeting, day one. That's the second Fed meeting of the year, day one. On the 19th is going to be the day two. Then you have March the 27th, GDP third estimate. So that's going to round out the economic calendar for the month of March. So yeah. How many of you guys are watching the speech tonight? Anybody? Anybody tuning in to see what's going on with the speech? Let me know in the chat. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm just down, man. Just got a down, funny feeling about what's going on in the market right now. So, just everything is just up in the air. I don't wake up with that excitement that I've been waking up with seeing how the market's going to do, because even today, market started off down and it fought back, and then it just kind of tanked at the end of the day. So just not the results that we want to see in the market, especially for your long-term portfolio. Maybe for you traders, you like seeing the volatility, but us that like the long-term portfolio, the long-term love, just not a good sign right now in the market. So but yeah, that's just, like I said, extreme fear right now is at 20. Just not sitting, just not a lot of confidence in the market right now. So hopefully that can change. And, we'll see. We'll hold out and we'll see. I'm not panicking right now, not selling off any shares right now, just taking it day by day. And we'll see how it goes. So let's see here. Come off of this and let's jump into a few positions here just to take a look. Man, the weather is just crazy right now. Wind is blasting. Expecting some rain tonight. But let's take a look here. Let's take a look at a few positions, see how things are going. We have NVIDIA. Let's start off here with a couple positions that was up today. So let's take a look at some positions that was in the green. And you see Nvidia was up 1.69% today, up $1.93 on the day. So, and it was up after hours. But the last week, you see Nvidia is down 10.78% for Nvidia. And over the last month, Nvidia is down 2%. And year to date, Nvidia is down 13.63% year to date. So Nvidia's been struggling, man, struggling to start the year off. As you see, in January, it was at 149, almost touching 150. So just a few months later, we're sitting at 115.99. So not a good look for Nvidia right now, man. Just been taking a hit, just struggling right now to kind of catch its footing with everything going on, especially probably the upcoming chip war and stuff like that. Nvidia's just caught in the middle, man. So let's take a look at Google. Google up today, sitting at 172.61, up 2.34% today. Up a little bit after hours. But for the last week, you see Google's also down 2.46%. Over the last month, Google is down 16.9%. And year to date, you see Google is down 9.36% year to date for Google. Not good, not good. But like I always say, this is a good time to start investing in Google. If you guys are buying Google stock right now, let me know. I'm actually adding when I can. I think these are some good prices to kind of build up your position and your portfolio. So I've been adding a little bit when I can with Google. But, year to date, down 9% right now. But it was up today. We'll see how tomorrow goes. If this is a start of a little run for Google, but I'm not sure. Google's just been getting hammered. Lately. Let's take a look at another position that was up today. AMD up 2.57%. Back over the $100 mark. Over the last week, you see AMD has been down basically 4%. Year to date, AMD is down 16.59%, down 20 points year to date for AMD. So are you, anybody in the chat or in the comment section, do you own AMD currently? For myself, I did have AMD up until a few months ago. I probably sold it about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I sold it out. I sold out my position of AMD. So I'm not currently holding any AMD right now. I think the only chip semiconductors that I'm holding right now is I do have some NVIDIA and I do hold the ETF Ep.8. So those are the only two chip makers that I'm holding right now. I do hold some Broadcom. Is Broadcom in that category? Not sure, but I do hold NVIDIA and SMH. And those are the main semiconductors that I'm holding right now in my portfolio. So let's see what else we have. What else was up today? Microsoft, I believe, was up today. Let's take a look at Microsoft. So you had a few companies that did fight to green today, despite the market. But even Microsoft's been struggling lately. And you see Microsoft is up barely today. You might as well call it flat. Over the last week, you see Microsoft is also down 2.3%. Over the last month, down 5.76%. And year to date, Microsoft is down 7.80%. So even the top-notch companies have been struggling to find footing this year. And Microsoft is one of those companies. So I do have Microsoft in the portfolio. Not selling anytime soon. It's just some tough times right now. And over the last year, you see Microsoft is down 6.34% over the last year. So, like I said, I'm still holding, still adding when I can. Hoping for a stock split one day. So, but we'll see. Probably not likely anytime soon, but I'll take a stock split in Microsoft if I can. Let's take a look at Apple. Apple was down today, 0.88%, down 2 points. It was actually green for a little bit today because I was able to sell a covered call on Apple today and earn some extra, premium, extra income, and then it turned red, in the second half of the day. And Apple the last week is down 3.57%. Over the last month, Apple is up 1.3% over the last month. However, year to date, Apple is down 5.79% year to date. So for the strong Apple stock, even Apple is, getting hit hard so far year to date. Down 14 points, 5.79% year to date. If you know me, you know I love Apple. We fought to get to 100 shares of Apple. I still have my Apple. I'm still adding the Apple. I still believe in Apple. Nothing's going to change regarding that. So, but yeah, Apple, as well as most stocks, are taking a hit year to date. So these may be some good opportunities to kind of figure out if you want to enter into some positions. And, if you feel might be a small pullback in the market. Now, if you think that you may be in for a longer drawdown, you may want to wait and, find a better entry price. But that's up to you. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. And what else we have? Looked at Apple. Let's look at Amazon. Another position that was green for a while today, but ended up in the red, down 0.60%, 1 point on the day. But I was able to sell a cover call and make some income on Amazon despite it being in the red today. So that's the beauty of having 100 shares of a stock that provides good premium. I'm able to still earn income despite the stock being down today. So Amazon over the last week is down 5%. Whew. And year to date, Amazon's down 7%, down 15 points year to date. So another one of those positions that's taking a hit. You see Amazon was at about $242 at one point, just about a month ago. That's exactly a month ago, February 4th. And you see now Amazon sitting at 203.80. So just hasn't been a great month for Amazon at all. Just like the NASDAQ, just like Apple, and a lot of these other companies that's, taking a hit due to the downturn in the market. So, yeah, man, it's just nothing to be enthused about right now, with the long-term portfolio. Like I said, I know traders are having a ball right now, but I don't consider myself a trader. So these times are just not fun for me. Meta, haven't looked at Meta in a while. Meta was down today. For those that don't know, that's formerly Facebook. Meta down 2.30% today. Still trading at 640. That's crazy. Over the last week, Meta's down 2.87%, down 18 points. And over the last month, Meta's down 9%. So you see Meta got up to $736 back on the 14th of February. Now it's trading at $640. And year to date, Meta is up year to date though, 9%, up 54 points. Because Meta did make that run, and you see Meta, like I said, Meta was at 736.67 at one point. Started the year at 585.51. So still up 9% for the year with Meta, but as with most, it's just been taking a hit over the last few days. But Meta's still been holding out strong for the year. I do own a couple shares of Meta. My son actually has more shares of Meta than I do. I sold off some Meta shares a few years ago that I wish I had held on to, but it's all good. It's all good. Sophie. Do we have any Sophie owners out there? Me personally, I just never trusted SoFi. I said SoFi, but it's SoFi. I never trusted SoFi, so I don't have it in a portfolio right now. SoFi is down 3.54% on today. 48 cent down for the day. Over the last week, SoFi is down 7.75%, down $1.10. Over the last month, Sophie's down 14.39%, and year to date so far is down 15%. So you see, Sophie got up to 18. I think that's the highest it's been this year, 1803 back in January. But since then, kind of been just trending down, and now it's trading at 13.09 I think it's up over the last year. Yeah, definitely. Over the last year, so far is up 52%, up $4 in the past year. Because I know, yeah, it was down to what, $7. So still a good run for so far over the past year, for sure. And you see, it started making this run at the end of 2024, and just went on that run. But I don't currently own any SoFi in my portfolio. That would have been a nice trade. I wish I would have had a long, maybe a leap on SoFi. I think that would have turned out real nice for me. But don't have any SoFi right now. What else we had? What else I got to look at? So we looked at some stocks. Um, a lot of people don't believe in individual, or don't want to own any individual stocks. So they go to the ETF market. So let's take a look at a couple of popular ETFs, and just to see how it's been performing this year. VTI jumps out, and you see VTI, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index, which I do own some VTI in my Robinhood portfolio. Uh, VTI is down 1.25% on the day over the last week. Remember, this is the total stock market, so the market's been down. So of course, VTI is going to take a hit too. VTI is down 3.33% over the last week, and over the last month, VTI is down 4.84%. And year to date, VTI is down 1.96%. I'm going to go over here to Yahoo Finance. I'm going to pull up VTI just to give you an idea of some of the top holdings in VTI. If you're thinking about investing in VTI, the top 10 holdings in VTI: Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Tesla, Broadcom, and Berkshire B, BRKB. These are some of the top. These are the top 10 holdings in VTI. So we looked at a few of these individual stocks, but if you want to have all these positions, in one ETF, VTI is a good way to go. And I do own some VTI in my Robinhood portfolio. I invest in it every week. So if you're not, interested, or if you're nervous, or just don't want to own any individual stocks, you might want to take a look at VTI. Think about adding that to your portfolio. It's one of my favorite ETFs to own. What's going on, Steve? TSMC. What we got with TSMC? Let's take a look. Taiwan Semiconductor. It's a lot of trade, a lot of chip trade talk. And TSM may be right in the mix of things, but down today. Hold on. The TSM, am I looking at the right one? Okay, that's TSMC. Yeah, no, you're right. Over the last week, man, taking a hit, down 9.5%. Year to date, TSM down 11%. So like Nvidia, AMD, TSM is also taking a hit as well. But as you see here, and this is why people are getting excited about TSMC. I don't know if it's going to let me read it, but you see the Trump chip maker TSMC announced $100 billion investment in U.S. So is this a good time to open a position in TSMC? Maybe so. Yep. $100 billion investment. So, hmm. Yeah, I know the Wall Street Journal, they're not going to let me read the full article. But as you see, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company plans to invest at least 100 billion more in chip manufacturing plants in the U.S. over the next several years under a plan announced Monday by the company and President Trump. So, uh, Taiwan Semiconductor may be a position that you may want to look into. I don't currently own it. Like I said, I only own Nvidia and SMH right now. Which SMH is the ETF, but um, yeah, man, yeah, maybe big things on the horizon for Taiwan Semiconductor. SPLG for sure. I actually own some SPLG, and SPLG can be a alternative to some of the other S&P 500 positions. And let's take a look here. So if you may, if you look at the SPY or VOO, you may look at those prices being a little too high for your liking if you want to invest in the S&P 500. So SPLG, I think, is a great alternative to that. I actually own some SPLG in my portfolio. I actually sold out of my VOO, and bought SPLG. So I currently hold SPLG, and like I said, it's a way to invest in the S&P 500, which I think everybody should have some S&P 500 in their portfolio. And you see, it's down today 1.21%. We know the S&P's been down, so over the last week down 3.19%, and year to date down 1.55%. But if we expand out a little bit more, you see, over the last year, SPLG is still up 12.61%, and over a 5-year time, SPLG is up 93.97%. So that's a good long-term investment if you're looking to invest in the S&P 500. So yes, I do have some SPLG in my portfolio. I actually own the SPY too. I own the SPY in one of my portfolios, but you should be invested in the S&P 500. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. SPLG for sure. And we talk about the S&P 500. What about the Nasdaq? What are some good positions to own in the Nasdaq? And if you're looking for a way to invest in the Nasdaq, you might want to look at QQQM. QQQM currently trading at 204.02, and we know there's been a big pullback in the Nasdaq so far this year. It may be a good time to actually enter a position if you feel the Nasdaq is going to recover, which it normally does over time. It's just not sure how far it's going to fall right now. But you see that QQQM was down today, 0.36%, 0.73 over the last week, down 3.86%. Year to date, QQQM is down 3.06%. But if we look out a little bit further over the last year, you'll see that it's up 11% over the last year, and over the last 5 years, up 72.17%. So I own QQQ in one portfolio, and I own QQQM in another portfolio. And I've shown my QQQM position in my Robinhood portfolio, because that's where I do own it at, in my Robinhood portfolio. So yeah, man, it's a way to invest in the Nasdaq directly. So you see the Invesco Nasdaq. So yep. Any QQQM holders out there, or any QQQ portfolio holders out there, let me know. Drop it in the chat. And yeah, man, it's just one last position I want to touch on before we get up out of here, because I wanted to be kind of short tonight. This is one of my favorite ETFs. I'm actually expecting a dividend real soon, and that is, I'm actually going to look at it in Yahoo Finance. So let's take a look at one of my favorite ETFs here. And this is going to be the last position we look at for the evening. And let's go to JEPQ. And JEPQ, the JP Morgan NASDAQ Equity Premium Income ETF. And you see currently trading at 54.16. Um, Year to date, down 5.36%. Over the last year, up 1.69%. Over the last 5 years, up 8%. But this is a monthly paying ETF, and how you can tell is it pays a monthly dividend. Just go to the historical data, and as you see here, 0.48%, 0.48, 48-cent dividend basically. If you scroll down, last month 45-cent dividend, 46-cent dividend, 51-cent dividend, 49%, 49-cent dividend. So pays every month. I have quite a few shares of JEPQ. I'm actually expecting the dividend payment. I got to see. It may be tomorrow or Thursday. I got to check the date on it. But this is one of my favorite ETFs. And let's go to the holdings here. As you see, some of the top 10 holdings of JEPQ: Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta, Broadcom, Tesla, Netflix, JP Morgan. And that makes up about 44% of this ETF. And let's take a look at the performance here. And you see a 3-year return. Oh, I don't know if it's been around that long. Yep. So the annual total return history 2024 JEPQ 24.89% against the the benchmark of 17.59%. In 2023 produced a return of 36% against the benchmark of 14.97%. So it's definitely been outperforming over the last couple of years. It hasn't been around for too long, if I'm not mistaken. If I go to the summary, we can see that it's been around since 2022. Inception date was May 3rd, 2022. So it hasn't been around that long, but it's definitely performed very well. And it also pays a monthly dividend. So I do have quite a bit of JEPQ in my portfolio. It's a way for me to earn extra income every single month by holding this ETF. So, yeah, man. Yep. So we're expecting that dividend payment soon. So just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, we're at the 34-minute mark. I didn't want this to be a long late night episode. It is Stock Talk Late Night episode 8 in the books. I hope you guys are surviving the market right now. Don't be, afraid, or it's just a pullback, but we just got to keep your eye on what's going on, especially with this administration, on how it affects the stock market and your portfolio. But whether you're keeping money on the side or just investing, dollar cost averaging, always be mindful of what's going on. For myself, I'm going to keep investing. I may not invest as much. I may just need to sit back and kind of see what's going on in the market. But yeah, just always pay attention to what's going on. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna shut it down for the night. Like I said, it's episode 8. We'll be back Thursday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for episode 9. Hopefully, we have some better returns in the market over the next couple of days. You know, I didn't watch the speech tonight, so I'm sure it'll have some type of impact tomorrow in the market. So we'll keep our eyes on that. But yeah, next episode Thursday night, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be right here. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Also, be on the lookout for the next day or so of my video regarding a recap of my February dividends. We're tracking each month our dividend income. We have a goal this year of $12,000 in dividend income. So we'll see how we're tracking along with that. So, But until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a great evening. Remember, check us out Thursday night, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for episode 9. So I will talk to you guys later.